Congratulations, Robert, and I'm very intrigued just by the title of your play, Paid Off. Could you tell me what inspired you to write this?
Well, I was inspired, so my play is somewhat related, or is related to the financial crisis, as the name Paid Off might imply to some. I wrote it while I was actually in business school, and the play is about a financial advisor who's trying to prove his moral worth to a former English teacher who's in a lot of financial trouble. In fact, he's in more financial distress than he realizes. And throughout the play, this banker, the financial advisor is trying to regain the trust of his English teacher who really was distraught and disappointed in his student when he decided to go into finance as opposed to literature or to become a doctor. And so what the advisor's struggling throughout the play to do is to prove that finance isn't worthless, that what he's chosen to do can have value and, in fact, help his teacher. And so on a very personal level, I think what it gets at is something that is sometimes forgotten in the media and public reaction to the financial crisis, where you assume everyone, if you work in finance, you're a villain. So the media really plays on the dichotomy between Main Street and Wall Street. And so what the play does, in effect, is sort of break those boundaries. And that's really what the play gets at.
That's going to be a unique message. I'm looking forward to hearing about it. And what does it mean to you to be in this festival?
It's very exciting to be in the festival. I've done a few readings with the piece, which was exciting to see what actors can add to it. And as a writer, it's always great to see what's added when other people are putting on your work. This is the first opportunity I'll be having to actually produce a full production, which is exciting because I wrote this over 2 years ago, and a lot of family and friends I've told about it, but I've been holding off in hopes that they could see it as opposed to just reading it. So I'm glad that's going to come true come July.
Great benefit of this festival, isn't it? And what is your background?
So my background, I studied finance, but I've always, since middle school, been an actor in shows, and so later in college is really when I started writing, and so this is I'm from New Jersey, grew up in New Jersey, went to NYU, and now I live in the city, so it's great to be in the midst of New York theater.